What up? So I'm doing a little something differently today. I'm gonna talk about something without trying to get emotional about it, because I do when it come to trauma and stuff I done been through. I think it's like I said, I've said this before, but I was not a very emotional child, apparently, from what my mom and my closest friends tell me. So I feel like I'm getting payback from not crying as much as a child. But so 2 years ago, let me just hop into it, okay? So 2 years ago around this time, I was working at a Walgreens and I was robbed at gunpoint at the Walgreens. It was only two of us in the store. It was only me and another girl working, and we had only one man. We always had only one manager. Mind you, this Walgreens always got robbed every day. I was only working there for like 2 months at this time. By this time, they got robbed every day. It was always something, pretty much. But you know, I was in a state of just wanting to work. You know what I'm saying? Just working. Just wanting to jump back into customer service, because that's the original service I started out doing and started out with. I started with customer service, but it was some off. Like I never, while I was working there, my spirit just fell off. I didn't feel right. Like customer service just never seemed like it was the thing for me no more, because like even coming into that situation, 2 years prior to that, 2 years prior, I said two. Okay, three. 3 years prior, 2018, the year I graduated. That, like, toward the end of that summer, I was followed twice in a day. I was followed twice in a day. When it happened in the daytime of that day, I was leaving a gas station. And, you know, just normal gas station around the corner from my mom's house, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing major, you know, nothing too crazy. I just went in there to get, you know, some little knick-knack paddywhack, you know, not major, like I said. And I scanned the room, but now I do it even more now. But even then I just kind of scanned it, but not really looking. Only, I scanned enough to know that it was somebody at the ATM when I was walking in there. So I was in and out. And I sat in my car for a second before I pulled off. And he basically watched me from how I took it. He watched me. And I was sitting there for maybe like 5 minutes, and then I pulled off, and he pulled off. But I didn't notice nothing right off the bat until I made a couple turns. Because mind you, I'm in the vicinity of where I live. So I'm turning, he turned. I make a couple turns, he turning with me. So, you know, just to test it out, I keep turning. He keep turning too. So in my mind, what I was taught, not so much lose them, but don't go home is what I was taught. So I didn't. So I just kept going, kept turning, and kept moving until I lost them. And I lost them. And when once close was clear, I just went right home, sat there for a second, got myself together. This is what started my anxiety. So later that day, I go to another at the time was a friend of mine's house, and you know, it was a regular day. Like this is not a not normal person that I didn't hang with around that time, and just about every day when I was staying in my hometown. So I'm over there. We have dinner. You know, me and her mama, her mama. We all have dinners, nice night, game night, all type of stuff. It's a Sunday, so I drop everybody off because I went and got her mom. So I dropped her mom off, and then mind you, they stay on the whole nother side of town. I stay on the whole other side of town too. So I drop her off, and then I go home, headed back to my side of town, which is maybe like, my hometown not that big, so maybe a good 10 minutes. But at night, it shouldn't even take that long. So I'm going down a one-way that we got in my hometown. And I noticed it's somebody driving on the side of me. But they were driving on the side of me so much where I could tell, because I felt like somebody was trying to get my attention. So they driving on the side of me, and I'm looking. At the time, I didn't have tinted windows either, so I was straight fishbowl. Straight, you could see through all this, like how you can see right now. You can't see through here when you on the outside looking in. So I'm driving. They like I said, I'm driving on a one-way, so they driving like they trying to, you know, get my attention or something. So I'm driving, and they close on me. You know, we neck and neck at this point. So I make a turn, because we had a turn on that one way. We had a couple streets on that one way, off the one way. So I made a turn, made it right. And they almost missed the turn. I just heard them turn so I could just get out the way, because I didn't know what they was on. They, instead of just going straight down, we going like this. I make a slight turn. They turn around from going down the one way, and they turn with me too. So now they're following me. It's a full-blown follow. So my anxiety kick in, because mind you, this is just happened the same day. Earlier, I got followed earlier. So I'm like, this ain't happening again. Whole time, just like, this ain't happening again. So I make, once again, mind you, this is like 11 o'clock at night. So this is nighttime now. I make some turns, they making turns. I make some turns, mind you, this is a whole nother car. The first time, in the daytime, that was a car that was chasing me. This time, I could tell it was some kind of SUV. I don't know what to, like I said, it was very dark. I don't know what I don't know. My mind, I don't know what kind of car it was. I wouldn't have been able to tell nothing. So at this point, they're following me, they're chasing me. And when I say chase, my foot is all the way down. Like they're chasing me through my own hometown city. Because like I said, I didn't stay on that side of town they started chasing me from. I was going to a whole nother side of town. So when in doubt, I just was like, in my mind, first thing I did was call the police. I lost them. This how I proved that they was chasing me for real. I lost them for a hot second. And I made a turn and, you know, boom, boom. Why they found me and they still proceeded to chase me, then is when I call the police. As I'm running lights, I'm doing everything to get the police attention. They are not out, even though they usually are out in my hometown. That's the craziest part about the whole thing. No police out, nothing. So I'm in a chase. They're chasing. I don't know who it is. I can't see in there. I don't know what they were doing. At any time, anything could have happened. Mind, and while this all happening, but when you in distress and you going through something that you ain't never been through before like that, I didn't know what to do. But I didn't want to be on that side of town, because that's not where I wanted to be. So I wanted to be closer to my side of town, home. I called the police. They tell me to go to the nearest police station. All the police stations is back on the other side of town where I just came from. And I'm telling them, like, no, not doing that. You know what I'm saying? It was getting a little frustrating. I ended up hanging up on them and everything, because everything they were telling me to do, it wasn't working. So I end up going, I'm at this point, I'm over here, and we ain't even on one ways no more, and they on this side of we on passenger to driver side. Like, I can look over and see their passenger side on a one way. It's not even a one way. They driving on the wrong side of the street chasing me at this point. So we finally get over by this gas station back home called Sunny Spot. I don't know what they call it now though, but it's on Pipestone. And it's a little intersection over there. And I remember getting on this street called Milton. And that was closest to that was in the vicinity. Getting closer to my mom, like where I stayed at, my my stepdad's house. So I go down there, pedal to the metal. Like at that point, that's one thing that stood out to me. My foot was this at the time I had a Volvo, a 2005 gold Volvo. My foot was so far, my foot was all the way down to the floor. That's how much I was determined to get away, because whatever was trying to, in my mind, whatever they were trying to do was not finna happen. The fact that I made it out, and I made it a couple times and I lost them and they still was able to get behind me, that was one thing, but they were never going to get me. Like, I don't know what you're trying to do, but it wasn't finna I had no weapons in here or nothing, but it wasn't about to happen. It wasn't. I don't know what, but it wasn't going to happen. Ultimately, I lost them. I got home. I just, heart beating fast, anxiety, hands shaking, body shaking. I just hurried up, got home, drove, turned the car off, got out that bitch, and just heard him in the house. Like, I just felt like I was being watched at that point, because like 2 times in a day is crazy. So fast forward to 2021. I'm working at the Walgreens. It's me and a younger coworker. We working with our male manager at the shift leader, whatever they want to call it. He in the back. It's about to be closing time. It's like an hour before close. So we cleaning up, you know, towards the end of the night. One person, you know what I'm saying, be at the front at the register so they can ring up the last minute customers, and then another person, you know, putting stuff away from throughout the day. So I'm the one putting the stuff away, you know, putting everything away, stock and all that. And my younger coworker, the girl, she was like, hey, can you watch, you know, the front? Because I need to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, all right, you know, cool. So I get up there and I'm doing front of the counter stuff. So stocking the cigarettes, stocking the cigarillos and all that stuff. As I'm kneeling down, stocking the rellos, I hear, hey, hey. And he said it real low like that. Hey, hey. And I was like, I just slowly, as I'm kneeling down, I thought somebody was playing. Because like I said, it was always something going on in the store. So I thought it was just playing. I thought he was playing. I don't know what I thought. I ain't thinking it was going to be nothing serious at the end of the day. So I'm kneeled down, but I turned over slow, gun in my face. And when I say gun in my face, gun in my face. He already had it down in my face like that. Like, so panic once again, because I already had anxiety for being chased from 2 years before, a couple years before that, a few years before that, whatever. Anxiety automatically feels. So I turn over. My instinct, I'm like, all right, what's you know, I try not to panic. I held it together very well for myself. I'm not even gonna hold you. Because you know, you never know what you expect because nobody expects to be held at gunpoint or robbed at gunpoint. So you never know what you gonna go through. And I did it. I was very calm about it. I wasn't panicking or nothing like that. I'll be like, whatever you want, you can take whatever you want. Take it. Like, I was just real. I'm shaking and I ain't nothing, but I'm shaking and then my heart beating fast. It was just utter fear at this point. Cause I've seen a gun before. I can't lie and say I haven't been no places in my college years that have gotten shot up. But for it to be dead in my face like that, looking at a barrel of a gun, it's a little different. So I just get what he want. We had 3 registers at that time, up there at that specific Walgreens. So he told him give him all the money. He cussing, he calling me the B word, he cussing me out. It was real disrespectful. I know that much. I think I was more so getting more mad about that in my mind than anything else. Cause I don't like disrespect. No matter what the instant, no matter what's going on. I don't like that disrespect stuff. And he was just real disrespectful about it. And you know, it's a robbery. You know, he was real. Give me all the money. I'm blowing your motherfucking brains out. I'm blowing your motherfucking brains. Like, he was real animated and real movie-ish about it. You know, I complied because at the end of the day, that ain't my shit. Like, whatever you want. Really, I gave him whatever he wanted. And, you know, when it come to that robbery shit, I ain't gonna fight you. Take what you want. You being disrespectful and all that. Take what you want to get the fuck out. That's really what it was. Because at the end of the day, you don't know if they got bullets in the gun. You don't know nothing. All you know is it's a gun in your face. So I give him what you want, all that. Mind you, there's people in the store. And somebody witnessed it. So, after he got all that stuff, I said, you want the change too? You know what I'm saying? They were like, what's up? You can get change too. You get what you want. Just get out. So, he gave him everything he wanted. He got offended, actually, that I asked if he wanted to change. But he got what he wanted, and it was a chair up there because they do the photo stuff at the photo center at the Walgreens. And he told me to sit in the chair, turn my back and sit in the chair with my hands up. So that's what I did. And he ran out. I couldn't see nothing. He had on a mask. I knew he was black because his hands was he was dark as fuck. I could tell he smoked cigarette. He probably was a crackhead or something. I don't know. But I could tell because he had the dirty eyes. His fingers had the curved fingernail. I know what that looked like. I know what's up. You smoke cigs, like, it's all that. So of course police gotta get called. My first instinct was to get the fuck out. So what I did was got the fuck on. Okay, I like I said, it was almost time to go anyway. So after he leave, I heard him run to the back trying to find the manager because, oh shit, we just got robbed. I just got robbed. It was a gun in my face. That's how I felt about it. So he ain't nowhere to be found. I don't know where the man at. And mind you, we used to have problems with him anyway, just standing up for us women. So he was a punk. I finally found him. And while I was going to the back of the running and stuff, it was a lady in there. And she was like, oh my God, I just saw the whole thing. I had my boyfriend call 911 and I was on the phone with my boyfriend the whole time. I'm scared. She was running with me and she stuck right by me because we didn't know what was going on once again. So I find him, I tell him what happened, and I find him in the back or doing something, the manager, And I was like, we just got robbed. I just got robbed at gunpoint. And he was looking at the customer I was with like she did. Bro, it wasn't her. It was real stupid. It was getting real stupid, but my instinct was to go. It was just to go. Like, my instinct is flight. It's fight or flight in most of these cases. And even though he ran out the same way I had to run out to go home, I got the fuck on. I ran out. I said, this is it. Like, I was already feeling like I don't like this job. Lord, send me a sign. Like, I was talking to the Lord a lot, specifically. I always do anyway, because that's me and him, we besties. But I had to really talk to him about that. And you know, sometimes the Lord send you signs. You don't know how he gonna send them, but he send you signs that you be needing. And I knew I wasn't supposed to be there. Like, I in my past, I've noticed that I've worked a lot of jobs where I knew that I was not supposed, I didn't need to be there. They didn't deserve me, all that type of stuff. And that was definitely one of them jobs. It was already a low paying job anyway, and I got on, and I'm gonna seek therapy about it, because I want to let it out. I think that'll be a good thing. But 2 years later, and my anxiety is I still have anxiety. From being followed, I have anxiety still with, if somebody takes too many turns with me, I get triggered. Like, somebody riding behind me and I'm turning take a couple lefts or a couple rights or something, and they turning with me, I get instantly triggered, and I feel like they're following me until they're not behind me anymore. Like, it has triggered me in the worst way, but one positive thing about it, it's made me more cautious. It made me more aware of my surroundings, because now I even more keep my head on a swivel, because it showed me that I was getting a little too lenient. And it's I ain't saying you ain't got to live your life, but it's getting really dangerous out here. And I never thought I would have to be a person. See, look at that chaos. I never thought I would be a person that would be robbed and have to deal with something like that. Because around that time specifically too, a bank had got robbed in the area. So I knew, for some reason, when that happened, I knew I just had a feeling too. So then when we got hit, I'm like, here we go with the shit. Did we really, really got hit? We really got robbed. I feel like I got robbed. Even though they didn't take nothing from me, I got robbed of my peace. Like, the last couple years have been hard. So I won't cry. I'm not gonna do it. The last couple years have been hard, and that's just really what it is. From being followed more than twice, like, because them 2 times I just told y'all about, them wasn't even the only times. Like, I've been followed more than twice. So having been followed, and in the midst of that, losing my family dog that I had since high school, then to go to a job and get robbed at gunpoint is a lot. It's been a lot. It's been a lot mentally, and I feel like I handle it a lot better than most people would. I wouldn't put nothing that I've went through or nothing I go through in nobody's shoes, because everybody can't fight your fight. The Lord give his strongest battles to his toughest soldiers. And that's one thing I keep in mind. Like, I don't question nothing I go through, because it obviously needed to happen to help me in some way. So that's why now, like, when you get people, because even in all this, like, I've met different people and went through different jobs and stuff, and most people are not sympathetic to what you go through, so they automatically feel like, because it used to be days where I would just be in my head and people automatically assuming I got an attitude or something like that. Bro, I'm trying to hold this shit together, fam. Like, trying to work a job while you going through some trauma and going through people like that. Like, I'm not finna yell at you. I'm not finna do none of that. Like, I've accepted the fact that people are not sympathetic, and I don't expect nobody to be. That's why I don't tell everybody my story. It's been a roller coaster, but I've come a long way. Every day is I feel like for everybody though, every day is another day just to make it better, because at the end of the day, I went through all that, but I'm still here, and I'm obviously here for a reason. That's why I always am adamant about the fact that I'm going to be great. no matter what I do, I put my all into it. And I'm going to be great. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And I will be in foodie influencers like I'm trying to be. I want to travel. I want to eat food. I want to make food. I want to experience new things, new places, just new environments. I just want to experience different things. I know what I want, and I know what I gotta, and I'm gonna continue to work for it and continue to talk to OG up there, because he got me. No matter what I've been through, and I've been through some stuff, some scary situations, I'm still here, and I'm still here for a reason, because it could have been bad. Everything I've been through, it could have went real bad, but it didn't. And that obviously happened for a reason. So I can't do nothing but fulfill my purpose and just continue doing what the Lord is instilling in me to do. And it's obviously for this. Like, I've never been more passionate about nothing else. I will be whatever I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. Everything that I want to accomplish, I'm gonna accomplish it, and that's just what it is. I just wanted to let y'all know, just because I don't really get too deep, and I don't usually talk about too much stuff, but that's just something that was on my heart, and I just felt like, let's talk about it, you know. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like. I hope you comment, subscribe. If anybody else going through something out there, just know we all trying to get through this. And every day is a new day, and every day is another day to just try to do better and try to be better and just do better things. And I'm manifesting all the positive vibes y'all can get. Whatever you're trying to do, you're going to be able to do it, and that's just what it is, you know. You got to believe and talk to OG up there, because at the end of the day, don't nobody got you like he got you. And G-O-D. But yeah, I'm going to go like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you comment. Follow my Insta. Subscribe to my channel. TikTok. Follow me on all platforms. Okay? Thanks for watching.